This is Working Class Stacks. I'm Sandy Millington, and thank you for joining me. Today is my birthday, and like a right saddo, I've decided to just do a little bit of a live on my birthday. I should be going out, but it's kind of Wednesday night, not much going on. So I like doing my lives on a Wednesday anyway. So I thought I'd just jump on really and say hello. So yeah, thanks for joining in. I see we've got two people in the chat already. We've only just started. So Nemo, hello, mate. What happened with your live earlier on? I clicked on it and then it sort of said private and then just vanished. Don't know what went on. We've got BBA, as always, evening, mate. Raspberry Hedgehog has just joined us. This is Melody. If anybody hasn't subscribed to Melody's channel, go for it. She's brand new stacker. It's good to see a female stacker joining the community, as always. Ian Kirk, Zathras, mate, hello and welcome. We've got Blue Collar Stacker. Hello, mate, all the way from the States. It's good to have you in here as well. So as I say, just thought I'd just jump on live on my birthday just to say hello. Because I like going live on a Wednesday. It breaks the week up, and if I do go out for a little birthday treat, it's got to be at the weekend when I've got a bit of time off work. I think Danny and I'll probably go out for something to eat at the weekend. So, I'm getting a little bit too old. 44, by the way, if you're wondering. 44. That's how old I am today. So I'm getting a little bit too old to go out partying and, especially on a school night, guys. You know what I mean? Once upon a time, I'd have been out tonight, whether I had work or not, probably stroll in 2 o'clock in the morning, absolutely hammered. I'd get up and go to work. I'd never take the day off because of a hangover, me. But yeah, those days are long behind me. So I thought I'd just jump on and say hello. Let's have a look at the chat. Everyone's saying hi. Hello, guys. Happy birthday. Thanks very much. Yeah, it's my birthday today. Raspberry, yeah, Melody. Hello, Ian. Hi, Danny. Danny yet again not joining me tonight for the live. She was feeling a bit poorly the last couple of weeks, so she didn't join in, but she's feeling better now. But she's doing a lot of overtime in work and she's just wiped. She's literally just walked in the door. She's chatting to her mum on the phone. So she'll probably pop in and say hello. She usually does. So it's just me again. And to be honest, she does, Danny's my partner in stacking. Not so much in YouTube. Maybe it's a bit of a misconception when I go on about me and Danny on the channel. But when it comes to stacking and the coins that we buy each week for our stacking plan, Danny probably has more say in the decision on what we're buying than I do, to be honest. Obviously it's my hobby and it's my thing, and I was the one who talked her into it. But, I sort of keep her happy by getting coins that she likes. Happy wife, happy life, guys. The score. So, yeah, but when it comes to the YouTube, she does, like, she sits out. She'll pop in and say hello later. But yeah, so it's my birthday. I've been in work, so it hasn't been the best birthday. And to be honest, got to bring the tone down just a moment because I did get some bad news this morning. Not the best day to get bad news on. Obviously, of it being my birthday, but my mother sent me a little message this morning just to wish me a happy birthday. I was on the bus on my way to work, and she unfortunately let me know that my uncle, who I'm very close with, my uncle Richard, is been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. So yeah, that was the best news to hear. It's been a bit distracting, to be honest, and it's taken away from my birthday a little bit. I haven't spoke to him yet. I'm going to have a little chat with him at the weekend. Don't want to bother him today. So yeah, bit of a mixed bag today, really. you know, uh, Very close with my uncle. He's my godfather. He's a big part of my life. I haven't really had much contact with him the last 6 months, year, but yeah, it's just one of those life gets in the way things. So yeah, not gonna dwell on it, guys, but, sharing is good, and, yeah, it was a bit of a crappy thing to hear on my birthday on the way to work, so, yeah, but, yeah, moving on anyway, so just gonna go back to the chat, so that's me today, so let's just have a little chat and say hello, see who else we've got in today. We've got Remy, happy birthday, thanks, mate. Hi, Danny. Oh, Brits and Sobs is here. Oi, oi. Sorry, I'm late. Was eating dinner. You're not late, mate. I've only just got going. Just saying hello. Happy birthday, Sandy. Thank you, mate. Oh gosh, so sorry. Oh yeah, thank you. It's all right. He's a tough character, my Uncle Rich. Will be good. Hopefully they've caught it early, but he's a big guy, rugby player, ex-army, you know. So yeah, a couple of your well wishes there. So yeah, as I say, I'm not gonna dwell on that, you know what I mean? But just letting you know that it's been a bit of a mixed bag for me today. So Woodsy, hi guys. Welcome in, Woodsy. I'm just saying hello to Woodsy. Oh, here's Danny. She must be off the phone to her mum now. Hello, love. What have I missed? Sandy got good husband comment. Okay. Uh, Melody saying, make sure you go and see him soon. Yeah, I will at the weekend. Yeah, I'll give him a ring anyway. Thanks, Melody. Danny, he said you get to choose the coins. Oh, yeah, that's it, Danny. I was just saying about like how you don't really. I said it might be a bit of misconception for some people about like how it's the two of us stacking. You got to pop in at some point in a bit, but with the YouTube, you sit out of it, don't you, love? But when it comes to the stacking, I was telling the watchers that you probably have more say in what coins we buy than I do, at least on some occasions, because it's a joint thing that we do, our little sort of investment towards our retirement plan. Started about 8 months ago. Got It's actually starting to depress me looking at that. I've opened my box for you today. I haven't done that for a while. It's gone right down. I've had to sell a few pieces. Now there's a couple of pieces in here that I've I keep my chest for my deep stack. But there was a point where I was just after the 6 month mark where I was actually into the third run in my box. That was so each one's 13. That made it 26, 28 coins I had in my box, plus the few bits that I had in there. Well, I've taken a few of the more special coins out and put them in my deep stack after I got my chest. And I've had to sell a couple as well, just for various reasons, I told you all about buying me lovely desk here with the money that I'd saved from buying silver. But yeah, I wanted to open the box up today and just have a little play with the coins and that while I was talking. And yeah, so it's depressing me a little bit just looking at it, to be quite honest, because it was so much more full recently. I kind of sell my channel on the 1 ounce a month thing, 1 ounce a week thing, 1 ounce a week every week, and I got to the 6 month mark without a hitch. We were actually ahead. We reached a 6 month mark at like 5 months. Danny and I are stacking. So we were made up. But since then, we had the holiday, and then spot price has gone crazy since we got back. So it's just been a bit of a bit of a stall in what we've been purchasing. But also, having to sell a few coins as well is just like it's bummed me out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but there you go. Uh, so I am sorry. I do find it hard to keep up with the chat when I'm on a live, and you're all talking and interacting, which is brilliant, and I love it. But I'm just, I think most of this is just Danny and Melody having a good gossip, which is cool. So just motivation to stack harder, Brits and Sobs, yeah, definitely. I'm going to talk about the stacking a little bit more later on because I always like to talk about the YouTube side of things as well. Because that's a big part of my journey. It was unexpected, but yeah, I kind of going in a bit of a change of direction on the stacking. I know I've been selling the 1 ounce a week idea, but things have changed a little bit because of spot price, and there's something else that I've been thinking about, but we'll get back into that later. So Melody's saying, Sandy, you were like this though, won a Canadian maple ounce for $12 on a game. Really? Oh, that's good. Was that one of those whatnot games, like the spin wheels, Melody? Uh, you know, they are fun, but you've got to be careful with those. Uh, it's kind of gambling. It's good when you win, but oh God, just be careful. He can suck you in if that's what it was. Uh, but well done. Yeah. Danny's saying, yes, we definitely need to get motivated again. Just being so busy, so many factors at the minute that have led us to pausing. Yeah, absolutely. Love. It's been a bit tough lately, hasn't it? I was telling the guys last week about your mum's situation with O2 and that, and the holiday, which was worth it. It's not all toil, is it? You know what I mean? We've had a bloody good holiday, life is for living. You know what I mean? Stacking's all very well and good, but I'm a big believer in investing in memories. You know what I mean? Memories are the only thing that we take with us at the end of the day. So those holidays got to be done. Um, Life gets in the way, doesn't it, Danny? Yeah, sure does. We got Tommy Gunn in. Hi, how's your day been? It's been good, Tommy. It's been good. It's my birthday. I have had a bit of bad news this morning, but so it's been a bit of a mixed bag. Thanks for joining us, Tommy Gunn. Is Tommy Gunn? Is that like a reference to Rocky Five? Old Tommy Gunn. Is that where you get your name? Raspberry Hedgehog, no duck races. No, not from me, Raspberry. Unfortunately, I haven't been stacking long enough to be doing giveaways and duck races. Uh, I've done a couple of giveaways on my channel, but it's usually just when I hit like a subscriber mark. I've done one for 100 subscribers and 250, and I'll probably do one for 500. I try to help other people out with their sort of giveaways. I did one for Craven once. So yeah. I'm sorry if I'm pausing. It's because I'm trying to read what you're saying, and I dropped my phone last week and it's cracked to hell. So Danny's saying, "Wow, what was that on? Yeah, whatnot? Raspberry, I don't have whatnot. Well, what was the game then, Melody? What was the game that you won it on? The Canadian Maple? I just assumed that it was whatnot, which is like an auction site, and they have like spin games where you pay for a spin, and sometimes you win an ounce of silver, and sometimes you win just like a gram, like Ballycamby. Brits and Sobs, hey Tommy. Melody, nope, I literally had 2 goes, $5 each and won. Well done. Ian Attenbury, hello, mate. Welcome in. Evening all, he says. Birthday, Sandy. Thank you, mate. It's not a win if I spend more. Jack Stacks, welcome, Jack. Hello, mate. Happy birthday, Sandy. Hello to all the chat. We've got Nerd UK in. Hello, all. Evening, mate. Hope you're doing well. I'm just saying hello. Oh, you won on duck races. Oh, okay. Duck races. I see what you mean. I thought you were talking about TSC's duck races. Danny's saying, evening, Mr. Sniper Brit. Oh, she's just saying hello to everyone. All right, okay. So I think I've caught up. God, it's hard keeping up with the chat, especially when you've only got small text on your phone and it cracked to hell because you dropped it in work. But there you go. But yeah, thanks for joining in, everyone. Good to have you all here. First of all, before we get started, just the obvious little disclaimer, because this is a live, we're talking about silver stacking and investments. And I am not a financial advisor. I have no financial training whatsoever. I am just a working class chap in my good old working class cap, collecting my working class stack. So anything I do say about investments, take as absolute nonsense. Another little disclaimer that I like to get in is PG-13, guys. I swear sometimes it slips out. Please forgive me. Potty mouth. I try not to. Before I want to talk about the change in direction in me stacking plan that I've hinted at it a couple of times. I want to really talk about that now because I think I've pretty much made my mind up. But I just want to talk about the community for a little bit because uh, with everything that's been going on lately with silver price and the changes in the market, and obviously we've got Vegas Stackers just come in as well as Clorox. So it's just break off there. Clorox and Vegas Stacker, welcome in, guys. Good to see you. But yeah, I want to just talk about the community because there's obviously been a lot going on in the world of silver at the moment. And on YouTube, there's a lot of creators. A lot of them are linked with Stacker Social. And it's obviously so hard at the moment not to talk about spot price and what spot price is going to do and what it's done in the last few weeks and where it's going. And, I always make a point on my videos, as well as the obvious disclaimer about investments. Uh, I really don't like to talk about that side of things. What the hell do I know? Why, I believe that just simply because I've got this channel, it gives me a little bit of influence. I'm not saying I'm a YouTube influencer, but I'm just saying, my words kind of carry weight to anybody who's listening. And I think, I need to be really self-aware of that to maintain my integrity. So I don't like to talk about the investment side of things. I like to get involved in the fun things that are going on in the community. Just talk about the coins and the designs of the coins and what coins I want to buy and what ones I have bought. And I've been watching a few community videos lately that have really took me back to basics. So I want to give a couple of shout outs to them because it's so hard for YouTube creators not to talk about what's going on because it's such a part of why we do it, the investment. And it has been crazy, and we've all got our opinions and our ideas and our predictions. And it's our hobby, isn't it? So it's a little bit like predicting the football scores at the weekend. Of course, we're going to do it and we're going to talk about it. But there's a couple of community videos that I've seen over the past couple of weeks that I've just really enjoyed because they've really taken me back to basics and why I got into this in the first place. And the first one of those, it's not a video as such, but a challenge, which is the TSC Stackers Showdown Challenge. It's on its second month now, and it's really generated uh, sort of us YouTube creators just going out and showpiecing a collection or showpiecing a coin that fits, in order to do the challenge, and take part. Last month it was what I entered my Lake Garda coin, my Lake Garda bar, because it was a non-pre-decimal. Sorry, I can't remember what it was, but this month it's a poured piece. So I've already put my entry in. I've put my little memorial bar, which is in my deep stack in there. Yeah, and I just filmed a little clip so I could enter into the competition. And I want to, I kind of want to urge you guys, the community, especially the YouTube creators, the likes of BBA and Nerd and Jack Stacks. Let's get back to that a little bit. Let's get back to those community fun things that we used to do before all spot price went crazy. Because it's getting a bit heavy for the, I mean, a lot of people are in this hobby for a lot of different reasons. Some people take it more as an investment, some more as a collection. And we've all got our own ideas and our own thoughts on that. But yeah, when it comes to the YouTube side, I'd just love to see more of that. I mean, I was watching Todd a couple of nights ago on it. He did a live just before I was going to bed. Todd is Humble Stacker. For those that know Humble Stacker in the States. And he was just doing a gold panning video. He was gold panning with his daughter. And, that to me was what was so great about the community back in the day. Back in the day, but, a couple of months ago. we had Nemo Jr. getting involved with his dad's streams, and that it was really Stacker Social was really bringing like some people together, wasn't it? You know what I mean? And that hasn't gone anywhere. That's still there, but we've just all become a little bit obsessed with spot price and what it's doing and where it's going and what it's where it's going to go. And I just kind of want to sort of urge the community to get back to it. I watched a great video last Friday, I think it was, which was Coin Noob. Uh, Griff. Griff's one of the OG YouTubers from Stackers Social. So he only throws the odd video up. He doesn't pump out pre-recorded videos. In fact, I've heard him say he struggles like me. He struggles a little bit with anxiety, and it's hard to get over the line sometimes. Of just picking up the camera and getting on with it and pumping something out for your channel. But what Griff said is that if he just does it like on the spot in the moment, he just decides that he's going to do a live. He picks up his phone and he does a live, and that's it. He doesn't like hit that barrier with his confidence, and he just does it. And it was a great little video that Griff put out last week. He went on for about an hour and a half. And he just, he's got a much bigger stack than mine. And I kind of like envious of it, not, because it created such good content. I've only got like me 20 odd coins here or so. There's only so long I can play with them and mess around and show you me different coins before it gets a bit boring. Whereas Griff was just sort of he was sorting his boxes out like between all his American coins and his English coins and his European coins, and he was separating them all, and it was just a good fun watch, from a stacker's point of view, somebody who loves seeing all these shiny things. And he was just sort of having his little, every time he'd pull one out like that and say, oh yeah, this is me Rwanda coin, it's got the condor on it. It's got a lovely hammered effect, hasn't it? On the, and that's the content that I want to see start getting pumped out again. You know, I really enjoy that kind of content. People just ordinary people just talking about their stack and talking about, you know, their coins and all that kind of thing. So come on, guys, let's get to it. And if there's any of you out there that haven't done a YouTube video and that are thinking about doing a YouTube video, I can see most of you in the chat. I am finding it hard to keep up, but I know all the names. Well-known people to me. Great people, lovely people. So good to see you on my birthday in my little live. Smidster has joined us. So yeah, let's just get back to basics. Humble Stackers here. Happy birthday, my friend. I was just talking about you, Todd. Welcome in, mate. I was just saying I was enjoying your panning video with your daughter the other day, and I actually said to you in the chat, mate, that it's so refreshing to see this kind of content again, because with everything that's going on, it's so hard not to talk about everything that's going on, and it is a big deal. So, but I'm just kind of urging everyone, especially us YouTube creators, let's have fun with it. Let's forget about the spot price, because it's all above and beyond me. It's above and beyond me. I bought into the idea 8 or 9 months ago that stacking silver 1 ounce a week was a good move. Other than that, I haven't really got a lot to say. Do you know what I mean? I've been watching the videos. I've been watching 365 and Silver Dragons and all of the rest of them, and I bought into the idea. It made sense that buying 1 ounce of silver a week, like this lovely Malta Cross coin, one of my favorite coins, it's upside down, was a really good idea as an investment and a collection, because over 20 years, the value of them would go up, and it would also hedge you against inflation. And I bought into that idea, but that is as far as my knowledge goes. And I'm not playing myself down. That is just it. I bought into it. That's it. What right have I got to get on a YouTube channel and start barking about investments and stuff like that. I am more of a collector. So, in terms of everybody that's out there who's listening, all you YouTube creators, let's start having fun with it again. Let's get into the challenges and the stack reveals. I absolutely love a stack reveal. I love it when there's some guy who's got about 200 ounces who just pours all of his ounces out onto a table and just starts going through them and just starts saying, right, this one I bought on such and such a date. I got it off this guy. This one I got from, I love all that. And this, as a new stacker who, as a small, humble stacking plan, it's hard for me to do that, not just start repeating myself. You know what I mean? I did a stack reveal not that long ago. I did it at my 6 month mark. If anything, my stack's gone down since then because I've had to sell a few. So, it's hard to just do that. But this is what I want to see. This is what I want to see from the community. So I urge you to get out there and do it. So let's go back to the chat for a minute. Where was I? Right. So Clorox is one Britannia really with £50. Yeah, it's about £48, £50 at the moment for a Britannia. When I first got into it, 33. So it's a big step up. It really is. That's what they call the baseline. It's not spot prices, it's a baseline. Spot price, and the baseline is about what the least you'd expect for it to pay for an ounce of silver in the current market with premiums and so on. Yeah, 50 quid. BBA is saying it's not all about what people seeing people's treasures. It is nice to make friends with you all. I mean, BBA, you're the benchmark for me. That you're what I'm talking about when I say let's have fun with it. I look at your channel and the little community that you've got going. you know, uh, how you bring people together to other people's channels, and even your content. You're just going on your little bike rides. You'll just be pottering about in your shed, messing about with your coins. That's what I love seeing in people's content. Not crazy investment talk that we're not educated enough to. At least I'm not educated enough to really have an opinion. Smidged, not done a YouTube vid, but thinking about doing some. Just need to sort my display out. Well, don't worry about your display, Smidged. I mean, go back to my early videos. My display is still very much a work in progress. If you want to start doing videos, mate, just do them. Have a look at the Americans. The Americans are mad for YouTube channels. There's loads of them. There's quite a few of them in our community in Stackers Social, but there's also a lot more of them, and some of them. And my favorite YouTube creator from the States is a guy called Dub C Coins, and he just literally lays a blanket out on a workbench, a few coins that he wants to talk about that day, and that's it. That's all he does. He's got thousands of subscribers. So honestly, don't worry about it. And it comes together and it evolves. I only bought these about 3 weeks ago. I bought this chest about a month ago. Just let it come together. Just. When I was thinking about getting into YouTube videos, it was actually BBA who said, we were talking about editing and how you'd edit a video and make it look presentable. And, you didn't want to put anything out if it wasn't any good. And BBA said that the trick I've got when it comes to editing videos is I record them and then I upload them. And it was kind of a tongue-in-cheek way of saying that he doesn't do any editing at all, and he just throws it out there, and it's him, and it's real, and it's raw, and that's what I'm talking about, and that's what I love to see from the stacking community. So, big shout out to BBA, mate, and Smidge. That if you want to start a YouTube channel, don't worry about all of the backdrop and the setup. Honestly, it's bugged me for ages not having a nice setup, and I'm getting there with it now. And it does feel good, I'm not going to lie. And it's nice to be able to present that and give you something colourful to look at, like my little Sandy and Danny Funko Pops. but it's not a big deal, honestly. It's about you. It's about you, mate. It is. It's about you. It's real and it's raw. So go for it. Brits and Sobs is saying last time I heard it was £53 from Royal Mint, but I ain't bought a silver in about 2 years now. Yeah, it's probably more from Royal Mint, but if you're getting them on the secondary market, mate, you're looking at about 48 quid for a Brit. Yeah. Melody's saying, I'm buying one a month at the Mo. That's a good start, it really is. And that's all you ever do, honestly. I think it's Melody, I think it's more about the consistency of it. After 6 months of doing one a week, it just keep going. Stick to your plan. It doesn't matter what your budget is. If your budget's one a month or one every 2 months, it doesn't matter. Just stick to your plan and be consistent. I've lost that consistency. I lost that consistency when I went on holiday and we had to put a bit of money away for our spends, and then we came back and spot price has gone mad and the price of silver's gone up. So, I've lost that consistency and I find it really hard to get back into it. So whatever your plan is, just be consistent, discipline. So Clorox is saying, yeah, I bought them at £35. Ian Attenbury, Royal Mint just shaft us after all. They do, but £53, but with no delivery fee. So if you're only buying a single coin, you're probably about the same as buying 48 elsewhere and having. But yeah, right. Screw the Royal Mint. You're right. Of course, you're right. Why am I sticking up for the Royal Mint? Queen Nessie. Smidge, my display needs to be a travelling one with 3 cats. I mean, Queen Nessie, that good example for you. Queen Nessie's just there on a sofa, chatting away. That's what this community is all about. It's about the people, not the setups and the backgrounds. East End Dave is saying, yeah, that's Brits and Sobs, by the way, for those that you don't know, another brilliant YouTube channel. Brits and Sobs, good old East End Dave. Yeah, ask my belly go when I see the oh, sorry. Yeah, ask my belly go when I see the prices, especially when I was buying 2018 for under £12 an ounce. £12 an ounce, I can't imagine it. As somebody who's only just started stacking with a 20-year plan, I wouldn't mind if it crashed and went down to £12 an ounce, honestly. I know I shouldn't say that, but uh, Queen Nessie, I got a sausage dog and a cat that cause enough havoc. Dave's having a nightmare with his autocorrect. I thought you were chatting bubbles, mate. uh, Melody's saying, got to get Gracie to bed. Nice chatting. Enjoy the rest of your birthday. Night, Melody. Got Javid Rashid. Brookside, live of birds, bread. Yeah, Scouser here, mate. Well, I'm not a Scouser. I'm from Birkenhead, other side of the River Mersey, mate. But thanks for joining me. Tridal, hello, mate. Good to see you all the way from Berlin. Happy birthday. Somehow overseeing this stream. Don't worry about it, mate. It's just a little chance for me to say hello on my birthday. For the record, Tridal, I did 7:30 UK time on a Wednesday. I'm not promising I'm going to be live every week, but I'm trying. I think it's the last 3 weeks I've gone live on a Wednesday. It's just a good time for me, middle of the week, break the week up nicely. Boys from the black stuff, Javid is saying, gives a job, gives a job. Hey, Javid, gives a job. Go on, gives a job. Smidge is saying, funny that gold seems to go around spot plus percentage and silver goes for 50 to 60 per Oz. Just seeing people spending 73 for an ounce of silver. Yeah, I know it goes a bit mad, doesn't it? Do you know what has annoyed me a little bit with the spot price going up is I think the premium's gone up as well, whereas like you'd be spending £33 when the spot was £26. That's what, £7 spot. now the spot seems to be, sorry, that's a £7 premium. Spot's gone up and premium seems to have snuck up to about £10, £11, at least in some cases. And I suppose it's just because, these dealers that they're in it, to make money, and just got to be careful, haven't you? And it really has put a block on me. So let's get a slurp of tea. I'm getting a bit croaky talking into the camera. Apologies. Billy Moore, yeah, all the Scouser jokes coming out. Yeah, no problem. Everyone's just saying good night to Raspberry. Ferry crossed the Mersey. Yeah, I've heard that one as well. Yeah. Brits and Sobs is Tridal. Hey, Tridal. I'm back is saying, where's your lightsaber? Well, what lightsaber do you want? Do you want Sith? Sith Red? Or do you want Luke Skywalker Green? Or do you want Classic Blue? How's that for a lightsaber? There you go. I'm trying to keep them just off shot and just get the glare, because that's kind of bright, isn't it? What do you think? Is that too bright, guys? Strawberry fields are forever. Yeah, I've heard all these, I'm just going to scroll down. Sorry if I'm missing any of the chat here. I just want to do a bit of an experiment with me. I'm missing loads of chat, yeah, but most of it's just Scouser jokes off Javid. So, guys, I'm gonna mess about with me. I when I bought these lights, I wanted to have the blue on one side with that Funko Pop, and I wanted to have the pink on this side, sort of like merging in the middle. I can't do that. It won't let me do both at once. I can only have one color at a time, but I have got a few settings. I'm not gonna put the flash on because it'll give you epilepsy, but I'm gonna put the strobe on. Now, can you just tell me in the chat when it changes color, right? Is it like, is the focus going in and out? Is it sort of wibbling? Do you know what I mean? Like it's trying to focus. It seems to me that every time the color changes, it sort of messes with the focus on my camera. If that's what you're seeing, can you just confirm it for me in the chat? Because yeah, we're on strobe, epilepsy warning. Yeah, Tridal's saying, yeah, it seems like it's a bit focusing, doesn't it? Yeah, it is. So it's a bit annoying, really, because it means I wanted to kind of have the strobe on, but just like have it here so it wasn't directly, but I can't because it's messing with me focus, something rotten. So thanks, Tridal, for confirming that. So I'm just going to put it on pink because because Danny's just walked in. So I'm going to go with the pink. And hello, Danny, we love. Are you all right?
Yeah, evening all. Do you want another couple? Was that what the dry throat was about?
No, I was just taking a slurp of my tea, but I would have let you know. Don't worry.
Right.
I know you're watching. But seeing as though you're there. Yeah.
Right, go on then.
Aye. You okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, your mum okay?
Yeah, she's fine.
Good.
She's been back to O2 today. I'll tell you later.
All right then. Okay. The saga continues. Anyone who was watching last week, and heard my massive rant about O2, well, we're getting there. It's nearly sorted, but it goes on, guys. So it seems like I've missed loads of chat here, just messing about with my lights. But yeah, what was I saying? Well, yeah, I was just talking, wasn't I, about the community videos. I just want them to get it back to basics, and just urging you all really to just have a bit more fun with it. Let's relax on the old spot price talk, because it's fun, and I like doing this, and I like coming live, and I've got a limited stack, haven't I? So there's only so much that I can do in terms of like challenges and fun, sort of just getting the coins out and having a look at them all. I always end up just going for that front coin, which is my kookaburra. Probably the oldest coin I've got. This 2009. I think it looks like a bit of a cannabis leaf on the background. But I've got 4 kookaburras now, and I'll probably separate them out of my main box and hook up my old mate in the chat, Nerd UK, and get myself a kookaburra box. I don't like saying kookaburra because I really hear my own Scouse accent. Kookaburra, proper kookaburra, that lad. He's using his Birkenhead Jedi mind tricks. Parts of the original Star Wars were filmed in Birkenhead. Do you know that? Parts of the cantina scene. We actually get called Jedis by those Scousers over the water. Don't know whether nerds ever heard that one, but there was a pub called the Blood Tub, and honestly, it's a true story. That part of the cantina scene were filmed in Birkenhead. So yeah, there you go. So Birkenhead Jedi mind tricks. Jack Stacks is saying, Ian Attenbury, my eyes are that bad that I can't find the package you sent me. Hilarious. Not surprised, lad. I'm back is saying, are you a Scouser? I'm back. Are you a local lad? Because you seem to be onto it. Heard you say Kay saying Cookbox can be done. And got someone called Phoenix Psych. It's just type of voice is that, bro? Yeah, this is me Scouser voice. I'm a Liverpool lad. Famous Liverpool, where the Beatles come from. Whoever you are, Phoenix. What's my authenticity? He's saying white English. Strange question. Scouse. I am not a Scouser. I'm from Birkenhead, but we're close enough to Liverpool that I sound like a Scouser. Smidge is saying, I'd be looking at some of my coins and why I bought them, looking to do probably 10 minutes a vid. Yeah, 10 minutes is good, Smidge. I always go for, so they say with like your long form videos, go for like 6 to 8 minutes. Mine always end up being like 10 to 15 minutes because I just rattle on, which is why I like doing the lives, because it just gives me the chance to rattle on without looking at the clock. Because to be quite honest, if you're making 10-minute vids, people don't really stay to the end, and you see that in all your analytics when you look at the stats on your YouTube, because it gives you all the stats, and you can see like your community engagement stat, I think it is, and you see people dropping off towards like 5-6 minute mark, so that's like the perfect time, they say. But yeah, that's why I just like to do live, so I can just bang on like a wet one. Nerd UK saying, I believe the locals all look like that in the Star Wars bar. Yeah, that's true. That's why they call us Jedis, mate, because we all look like the Star Wars bar. But yeah, I don't know whether you've heard that, mate. It's true that the Blood Tub, long gone now, the Blood Tub, that closed down before I was of drinking age, but I've heard the stories about it. And yeah, Star Wars was filmed there, so there you go. Famous Birkenhead, loads of famous links in Birkenhead, just as many in Liverpool. You know, Liverpool's got its famous things like its football clubs and God, my mouth's getting really dry. Sorry. Hurry up, Danny. But yeah, we've got loads of famous things in Birkenhead, you know, not just Paul O'Grady. You know what I mean? Uh, yeah, lad. So I'm back saying, yeah, lad, not just on holiday. Yeah, so you are a scout, he's saying. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. I'm a Birkenhead lad. Ian Attenbury, Mrs. Jack Stacks had it, so you don't open it. Is this missing package? Mrs. Jack Stacks has had it off. Are you Australian? No, English, mate. English, Liverpool. Liverpool, England. Yeah. Danny's saying, can't wait to see it, Smidges. Yeah, I can't. Honestly, I love brand new YouTube channels, and I kind of drop off them once they've been going for like 2 or 3 months. But honestly, I'll be the first. Well, BBA will be the first in your comments, and I'll be the second, and I'll share it about. Whenever I see a video, if you post one, I'll share it onto my page. It's all love. I've just got me brew. Thanks very
Okay.
much. You all right?
Yeah, yeah. You didn't mention Tranmere come from Birkenhead.
I was talking. What she just said.
Did you
She
tell them
did.
how excited you were when they were on an advert last night being beaten and knocked out of the Carabao Cup?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Cool. She's saying, why didn't I mention Tranmere when I was talking famous things from Birkenhead? Because I said famous things. Uh, are you Australian? No, I'm not. No. Uh, where are we? Queen Nessie, Ian sending you dodgy burgers. Nice one, thanks. Yeah, honestly, I'll share it, mate. That's what's so great about this Stacker social community. You will go from 0 subscribers to like 80, 90 subscribers, like basically in like 2 or 3 videos. And then like by the time you're at like 10, 15 videos, you'll be hitting 200 subscribers, honestly. But it's all these guys you can see now. Honestly, they come in force, you beautiful people. Uh, Jack Stacks, where's the Bitcoin man? Yeah, he was funny, yeah, buddy. When I get a little troll like that, like he comes in, and the BBA was telling me to block him, and I'm like, no, 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 can't block him. I like it. I like it when I get a troll. I think it's funny. So I just unless they start like swearing and being abusive or like arguing with any of you guys, if they just want to come on and start banging on about Bitcoin, then more the merrier. I think it's hilarious. Yeah, he was funny. I'm back is saying, Tranmere, a famous lad, up the Mike Dean. Mike Dean. Sue White Army man. I can't say that on YouTube. Our little thing because it can be seemed as racist. It's not, I promise you. Just our colours. But yeah, Mike Dean, absolutely probably the most famous Tranmere fan, a former professional referee. You got me all excited then mentioning Mike Dean. Is right, lad. You really bring it. I try to be dead professional on my YouTube and like, you know, try to like be well spoken and all that and keep, but you've really brought the scouser out in me tonight. So thanks for that. Uh Danny said he's probably counting his crypto. Well, yeah, good luck to him. You know, how do you think he went missing? Yeah, Mike Dean's the boy. Yeah, yeah. Bring the Bitcoin back. Bring the Bitcoin back guy back. I liked him. Thought he was cool. You know, he was obviously hooked on the idea, wasn't he? Uh, but yeah, so just getting back to what I was saying. Moving on from what I was saying, rather, there was just a final note that I wanted to put in when I was talking about the videos and everything before. And getting back to basics and like the fun side of the hobby. There's something I wanted to kind of make a pledge. It's a difficult one. I was watching Andy CPM Creative Precious Metals on a live last night. He does a lot of lives, and he's one of the OG creators in the community, and he he, he does quite a lot of lives, and he's sort of more into he likes talking about the investment side, and he's I think he's quite a deep thinker when it comes to the investment side of things, which is fine. And that him doing his thing, we're all different. But he was talking about like the community itself and how he's like uh what he thinks about just his feelings on the community. He was just sitting in his van, and it was a good watch. Because I do like to have that integrity and self-awareness about myself and what I'm saying on my lives and on me videos, because which is why I don't like banging on about investment, because I really just don't know anything about it. And you can influence people's feelings, and I've felt that. I've felt that. I've felt how I have influenced people by having a YouTube channel. It sounds mad, but I have. I've felt it. I've like, and if you're not care, it's flattering. It's really flattering because people enjoy my channel, and I didn't think they would, and they do. And it's flattering when people sort of praise your channel, but sometimes it goes a little bit further than just praise. It's a hard thing to explain. And I think this is why they call like YouTube creators, the big YouTube creators, the likes of your Jake Pauls and your Stephen Barwells and your Mr. Beasts. I think it's why they call them influencers, because it is quite a powerful tool, YouTube. Just coming on a little live like this. I like to think about that, and I like to be self-aware about that so that I don't influence people in the wrong direction. Because I've felt it, I've genuinely felt it. I put, as an example, is I put something on sale about 4 or 5 weeks ago on Stackers Social Marketplace, and it sold really quickly. It was actually like a 4 minutes from the moment that I posted my 2 coins that I have for sale. It was 4 minutes before I received a reply on Stackers Social, which, by the way, is a testament to Stackers Social and what a wonderful little marketplace it is, by the way. Uh, and yeah, and he said to me that he didn't really want the coin that I was selling. He just wanted to buy something because it was off me. I thought that's really weird. But I kind of said, I thought, well, okay, right. I've got a YouTube channel, like Work Class Stacks. People like it. I've got my little themes and my little catchphrases going on. But it really made me kind of stop and think about what it is that I'm doing with my YouTube. Uh, is that wrong of me to think like that? I don't know. It's not wrong of me. Obviously, I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm just trying to. What I'm trying to say is I'm trying to think about it, really think about it. And there was another situation. Um, and it's things like there's a good pal of mine, Joker's Wild, who I'm sure you all know. And he said, where I've been multi-cross out before, and he said, uh, there it is. I picked this up about 4 months ago, and it's a lovely coin, beautiful coin. It's got like a bit of history involved in it with the Templar Knights. Anybody who's into the Templar history. And I showcased this on my channel on a pre-recorded video, just showing it off, talking about it, and where I bought it from. And it was Joker's Wild who said to me, like, uh, I've had to go out and buy that coin. And he's mentioned it a couple of times. He said, ever since you showcased the multi-cross on your channel, I had to go out and buy it. And I said, dude, a couple of things like that, that's just, it's really flattering and it makes you feel good. And if you're not careful and you're not self-aware while you're doing this, and you get those plaudits and you get those comments on YouTube, and the interactions you have with people in Stackers Social, it can inflate your ego. And some people may take advantage of that, and I'm not saying anybody does for a second. I'm not accusing anyone in the community of taking advantage of that, but what I'm saying, and what what CPM was saying last night with his stream is you've got to be really self-aware about what it is you're saying. And he was touching on spot price, and he was saying a lot of people are making predictions about spot price, and they're saying, I think it's going to do this, and I think it's going to do that, and I think in 12 months we'll see this. And Andy, who's been in the hobby for ages and really kind of knows his stuff, and people look up to him as a bit of a guru. I don't think Andy would ever say he was a guru, but I've heard other people saying that about Andy. And he's saying, you've got to be really self-aware about what you're saying, because people do take, put a lot of pressure on, not pressure, but, a lot influence. That's what I'm talking about, influence. So, yeah, and so I want to, at this point, make a pledge. This is what I've been building up to, not just waffling away. What I'm building, I want to make a pledge to you, my subscribers and the community and Stackers Social and all of that. I'm making a pledge right now. One thing I'm never gonna do on my channel is make any money from it whatsoever. I mean, there might come a time when I get like monetized when you reach 1,000 subscribers. It's what I'm never gonna do on my channel is I'm never gonna have like a membership fee. And I'm never gonna have like super chats. You know the super chats where people like just tip and stuff. You know, I'm never gonna activate that. I'm never gonna activate the member. No matter how big my channel gets in terms of subscribership, I'm never gonna do that. If I do that, it'll be with another channel. If I decide that I'm gonna like really go for broke and create a stacker channel that I really want to like monetize and make money for, because stacker channels are all making money, and I'll stop what I'm doing here and I'll start another channel. Working class stacks, I pledge here and now, no membership fees and no super chat, because I'm not a financial advisor and I haven't got any expertise, and there's nothing that you need to pay me for. You know, it's my honor to be a part of this. You know, I'm not here for me. I'm here, you know, doing this to this is my way of interacting with you guys. This is my way of catching up with BBA and Ian and Jack and Ned, and you know, just having a chat with you all, you know what I mean? So at no point will I ever do that with my channel, and you heard it here. So uh yeah, okay, so got that out the way. There you go. Pledge made. So back to the chat for a moment. Ned saying influence the shit out of my boxes, mate. 100%. Now there's a big difference between influencing and advertising for a big company and a guy working out of his shed like Silverpunk or out of his bedroom. This is the lid of my box. I love my box. It's one of the first things I ever bought when I became a stacker. And this was made by the guy that you all see right there in the chat. Friendly little alien, Nerd UK. He gave me a second one free. That's my extras box. He gave me that because there was a bit of a mix up with the packaging. Well, it actually, the original actually got damaged in the post, and he had to make a new lid for me. He sent me out the lid, and he sent me as a surprise a second box, which I'm never going to fill by the end of the year. Doesn't even look like I'm getting the first one full by the end of the year, to be quite honest with you. So the second one I'm never getting done. I kind of regret asking you to put year one on it. I really do. It's like 1 ounce a week every week. That's 50. You know, by having a 52 slot box, that's my target. You know, as I said before, 6 months, and then kind of went Pete Tong, as Brits and Sobs would say. It all went Pete Tong. If you like the box, get onto Nerd UK. He'll sort you one out with his 3D printer. He'll do it to spec. He'll you know, listen to what you've got to say and your design and what you need, and he'll get it. Well, it's honestly, what a guy, Nerd UK. And since then, you know, it's probably my first interaction with Nerd UK, you know, and since then, I've become a part of the community and he's become a friend. And he's actually extended an invitation to me to join him. And he'll pick me up and he'll take me to the Yorkshire Coin Show, where I'll get to meet a few more of the community. And I would really love to take you up on that one day, Nerd UK, mate. I'd love to meet you in person. And we'll see about that soon. So yeah, Danny's saying Ian Attenbury must have YouTube record for most followers for zero content. Yeah, everyone loves the sniper. Yeah, we've got a bit of a campaign going to get Ian Attenbury to 100 subscribers without posting a single video. So, excuse me while I take a slurp of tea. So if you're not subscribed to Ian Attenbury, then get on over and subscribe to his channel, because we want to make him the first member of our community to reach 100 subscribers without posting a single piece of content. And he has promised us, if that becomes a reality, he will make a video to make it happen. So Danny Millington is saying, always on display, Ned. Best box maker on SS and best customer service ever. And our boxes are his creation. Absolutely. Yeah. Honestly, can't speak up Nerd's boxes enough. If you don't know Nerd and you haven't, I mean, we're preaching to the choir here, Nerd, because everybody in the chat's got one of your boxes. And if they haven't, then what the hell are they doing with their lives? Do you know what I mean? But if you stumble on this channel, on the recording afterwards, then Nerd UK is the guy. All right, so get onto him. Nerd UK, only person that I've e-card paid with a crown. Paid Nerd UK with a crown. Brilliant. Maybe we could start paying each other. Nerd, would you accept payment of gold backs for my next box? Do I ever try? I've got loads of them. We could make good content out of that. Where are we? So I wing my channel. I hardly get any comments. Oh, Jack, no way. Well, you will do, mate. Just you know, I've been really struggling to keep up with the content lately. So which is why I just do these lives. But I really got good timing when I created my channel, because I started just as Stacker Social was starting to bloom. Is when I joined, and I just jumped straight into it. I really did. I didn't even hesitate, really. So like we were just like quickly approaching the 1,500 member mark, and there was just a buzz around the community. And I was kind of like the first person who started up a new YouTube channel, like the sort of next generation of YouTube channels that came from Stacker Social, and it all came around that big event he did about maybe 6 or 7 weeks before it. And then Craven, Nemo, and everyone, we all just sort of started doing it all. And you know, there was just a buzz about it at the time. So like we really sort of got a big boost of our subscribers and our comments and everything. So don't feel down about it, because that was just kind of like a one-off situation that happened organically. So Ian Attenbury, yeah, ever paid, yeah, it was just a typo. So I always take metal as payment. Good to know. Good to know, Ned. Ian Attenbury says, even God loves a crown, Ned. God loves a crown. 100% Ian. Hello, that's me. Smidge is saying, apparently his coin pingers are decent as well. Yeah, I'll have to get a coin pinger off you, mate. Yes, love.
Have you just felt the whole house shake?
Have I just felt the whole house shake?
They've lit the back bonfire and thrown gas canisters on it.
Oh, bloody hell.
About 200 fire engines and police cars.
Oh, no. Oh.
The council said no.
Right, well, look out for my street on the news, guys, because we've got one of the biggest bonfires in the north of England at the bottom of our road, and they've just bloody blew it up, the kids. The council, they've already set it on fire 4 times. And Danny's just said I just felt the house shake. No, I didn't, but she obviously did.
It did out the front.
Yeah.
Apparently they're throwing gas canisters and everything.
Oh, what? Crikey. Absolutely unbelievable. Never a dull moment around here. I can't believe that's happened on a live. I kind of want to go and have a look. I'm going to have a look. Let's go and have a look. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm going to take you with me to the window. I'm just going to see if I can see what's going on, because this sounds like... Bear with me a moment. I'm just going to go and have a look at this bloody bonfire that's exploded. Honestly, we've been on the news a couple of times over the last couple of years. And they've gone and bloody done it again, by the looks of it. Yeah. Get you and zoom in there. You're seeing this, guys, in the chat? Look out for that on the BBC News. Are you seeing this, guys, in the chat? I'm not getting any comments. I don't know whether he's still with me because
Yeah, you can see, but you can't see. Watch out.
no, it's not zooming. There you go. Well, there you go. Live exclusive. I don't want to drop my phone out the window, so I'm bringing you back in.
It's ridiculous. Look at going on.
I know. Oh my days. Right, let's go back to my setup. Well, there you go. How about that? So basically, the story is, right, is the last 2 years ago, they did it on the meadow at the top of the road. And it was an absolute shit show. And last year, well, they made the news 2 years ago because of how bad it was. And there were kids throwing bloody fireworks at police. There was a bit of, remember the political unrest that was going on. And it all just spilled over. So we ended up on the news. And then last year, they actually organised it for the first time, and it was really well organised after the shit show of the year before. And it actually got on the news for being one of the biggest bonfire, or the biggest bonfire in the north of England, which is really good. This year, they started building it about 3 weeks ago. The kids around here have lit it on fire about 3 or 4 bloody times, forcing the council to step in and cancel the bloody thing. And now that, what an absolute palaver. Danny said she felt the house. Well, you heard her. She said she felt the house shake. I didn't feel it because I was talking to you guys, but flipping heck. It's probably about 500 yards up the road, maybe 600-700 yards up the road. Let me know, guys, if you see us on the news. That's my street. Flipping heck. Oh, well, there you go. Don't know whether, honestly, I've completely lost what's happening. Let's go back to the chat a minute. That's where we're up to, talking about Nerd's Pingers. I've got 5 boxes of Pinger and 4 tubes, all off Nerd, and a special little princess charity case. I saw that, yeah. Tridal, wow, what's happening there? Tridal, they've been building a bonfire up with all best intentions at the bottom of my street. They do it every year, and the kids have just thrown a load of bloody gas canisters on it and set a light to it and blew the whole thing up. Danny said she felt the house shake while I was sitting here live. Unbelievable. Is it Robin Lane down there? It's called the Meadow. It's I live in a place called Woodchurch, Ian. So yeah, keep an eye out for Woodchurch on the Wirral, coming to you on a ITV news report. Unbelievable. Yeah, crikey. Well, I'm a bit aghast at that, to be honest. To be quite honest with you guys, you lot have gone quiet in the chat as well. The quietest you've been. You're still with me. I'm doubting whether you have these moments when you're on a live and you doubt, because the chat aren't talking much, you doubt whether you're getting through or whether you've cut off. So somebody say something. Been live, still here. Good, thank you, Ian. Oh, I'm a little bit out of breath. I'm a little bit flabbergasted. To be quite honest with you, I had a house fire many years ago and it shits me up a little bit. So I think I'll come to an end in a minute. Because I want to go and get a better look, guys, to be quite honest with you. I wasn't really expecting this. I had a couple more things I was going to go and talk about. Dave saying, still here. I enjoy listening while I'm doing other things. You're all still here. Good. Thanks, guys. Thanks for letting me know. But yeah, a couple of other things I wanted to talk about. Uh, Melody. I wanted to give Melody a big shout out. Melody was with us earlier in the chat. Some of you probably got to know her already. She was in the chat under a YouTube handle, which is Raspberry Hedgehog. Lovely lady, lovely lady. And she's a brand new stacker. And she has got a YouTube channel. So I'd like you all to head over and say hello to Melody. Raspberry Hedgehog is the name of a YouTube. Even a YouTube handle is lovely, isn't it? You know, so get on over and subscribe to her. I think her YouTube channel's been going for quite a while, but she just does it as like a community thing, and she's just recently started stacking. So she's actually got a bunch of subscribers already. I wanted to give a shout out to Todd, who was also with us, Humble Stacker, earlier on in the chat. It was good to see Todd in the chat. He said he'd pop in and say hello if he could. It's difficult with the Americans because, you know, different time zones and everything. But he's got a really good channel. I really like his channel. I wanted to give a shout out to a guy you all know as well called VB, Villainous Bounty. He's back on. He got a video out this week, show off his Silverpunk piece. I really enjoy seeing VB getting his content out. Who was the other one? Oh, Sound of Money. Sound of Money is also another brand new stacker, YouTube stacker. So get over to Sound of Money's channel and give him a like and a subscribe. He's got a couple of videos out. I like doing that. I like you know, giving a shout out to those new channels, and because I remember where I was 7 months ago when I started working class stacks, and just how everyone sort of took me in as one of their own and give me that boost to my channel. And now I get to do things like this and come on and interact with you all whenever I feel like it, and it's really fun. So yeah, and so Smidge, if you're still here, mate, you know, honestly, you'll never look back. Just start doing those videos. Don't worry about your setup. Don't worry about your content. Just keep it real, keep it raw, do your thing. You know, it's about you, mate. It's not about your silver. It's not about your knowledge. It's not about what you're saying. It's just about you. Just be real, be raw. So back to the chat. Uh, Can someone stick a link in a chat? The real question is, when are you getting a poker chip? Yes, Sandy, we need a poker chip. I second that question. Okay, I'm gonna address this once for all. I'm not getting poker chips. I've been skating around it for months and months and months and saying I'll get round to it, I'll do it. This is kind of, look, maybe I will one day. Maybe I will one day, and I'll make sure everyone gets them. But I love getting poker chips off the community and all that. But honestly, it's just not for me. You know what I mean? I haven't got any of my poker chips on display. Honestly, guys, it's bloody expensive. Can I be honest with you? It's an expense. I've made my pledge tonight. I've made my pledge about how I'm never, ever gonna, you know, make money off this YouTube channel. I'm never gonna do the membership thing. I'm never gonna do the you know, super chatting. I'll never have them active. I won't allow them, you know, to be active so that I can take money from my subscribers. I will not do it. But the sort of reversal of that is, you know, the poker chip thing. It's just not for me because I'm not making any money from this. And I do, you know, I'm stacking 1 ounce a week every week, and I find it difficult sometimes. You know, I've spoken about my addiction problems. Maybe once I've gotten over my addiction problems and you know, my stacking and my budget goes a lot higher, then maybe I will consider getting poker chips. Until that day, I'm not going to do it. You know, all right, it's 20 or 30 quid to get like a bunch of poker chips made, but then it's £3 per poker chip for every one I get sent out. Yeah, guys, that's about 4 or 5. I worked it out. It was about 4 or 5 ounces of silver. I can't justify it. I just can't. Call me a killjoy. You know, I love receiving the poker chips. I really do. I love the mail calls. I love all that side of it. I'd love to do it. It put a huge pressure on me when I first started doing my YouTube channel, which I have spoke about before. And this is what I was talking about. When I was talking about integrity and how I go about myself doing the YouTube thing. Um, and what I'm saying and how people respond to me, it's all kind of linked. I was kind of feeling under pressure to do giveaways and do this and do that and get poker chips and do mail calls and I find it difficult. And one day, guys, I really will. I promise. But well, no, I can't promise. That's the point. I can't promise. It's just difficult. So to be honest, the other thing as well is, as I said, it was the 1,500 member thing that was going on at the time, and it just all added to the pressure. And I felt like I had to do this and I had to do that, and it burnt me head out, and I nearly quit YouTube because I was trying to like get so many videos out to keep up with the algorithms and all that kind of thing, and I just like pressing the button, pressing record, coming on and talking to you guys, and that's it. You know what I mean? So one day, maybe. Uh, where are we? Blistering Barnacles Adventures. You still here, son? Don't think he is. I think he's got off. Yeah, he's just released a vid at the same time. You went to gonna watch his vid after this. Is that Sound of Money we're talking about? Brits and Sobs, who's released the video. Tridal's saying there are many interesting YouTubes on chat YouTube. Time lax. I watch also a lot of different topics, and it's hard to watch every video on YouTube. I sometimes take a look during work or before sleep. Same, mate. It really is difficult to keep up with them all. And I've got people in the community that I consider my friends, and I try and keep up with all theirs. And I've got people in America that I like to watch. And I like to keep up with new stackers because, as I said, when a new stacker comes along who wants to create videos, I like to support them because what was done for me. But it's difficult, it's hard because there are only so many hours in the day. Brits and Sov says, Tridal, I agree. I miss loads of videos because I ain't got enough time. I've no idea how BBA does it. I think he's got about 12 phones. That scene in The Matrix where there's just video screens and green letters everywhere. That's BBA watching YouTube. Fluff, hello Fluff. Just clicking through live. So happy to hear an English accent. Well, thanks, Fluff. I was getting a bit of stick off a random earlier on for doing for having a Scouse accent. So it's nice to get a compliment. Mail calls, Flopper. When I say a mail call, what I mean by that is we're a small community of silver stackers, and we send each other poker chips and stickers and the odd sort of collector's item as just because we like to give each other gifts. So it's mail, MAIL, not MLE. That kind of a mail call is something completely different, and not for this kind of channel. Moving on. Yeah, he's talking about poker chips. Did you watch Brookie earlier? Stuart Patterson says. I don't think Brookie's been on for about 20 years, has he? Stuart? I've no clue, Brits. How's you? Ian Attenbury, I can't find the channel. Brits and Sobs, yes, Sound and Money. No worries, I'm sure I'll come across a channel sooner or later. If BBA was here, he'd have it. Are we talking about Raspberry Hedgehog? Yeah, Raspberry Hedgehog is the name of it. Blister Barnacles Adventures will probably scrub the white colour out of the carpet until midnight. I'm not sure what that means. Yes, Sandy. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, I've said just about everything I came here to say. I've given all the shout outs that I wanted to give. I've had a lot of fun. Thank you for joining me. Stuart saying special tonight, crossover to celebrate Hollyoaks anniversary. Sheila Grant was back amongst others. Was a bit crap, but nostalgic. Do you know what? I never watched it back in the day. Uh, I was getting all the Brookside comments before because somebody was picking up on my Scouse accent. I'm actually from Birkenhead, the other side of the water. But yeah, I didn't realise Brookside was back. Good old Brookie. Was Jimmy in it? Was Jimmy Corkill in it? And Sinbad and all them. I've met both of them. Being from round here, they both lived in a place called Oxton by me. Well, my mate was in Brookside, was he? Who was that? What, like a regular or just like a bit part? Or Stuart Patterson, he's dead. Sean Sullivan, Dean Sullivan. Oh, yeah. Did he pass away, Jimmy Corkill? Passed away. Yeah, I think I remember that now. Oh, well. Sorry, Jimmy. Yeah, I didn't realise Brookie was back. Good old Brookie, eh? I'll have to have a little watch of that. But before I do, I will be watching my favourite TV programme called The Traitors on BBC in about 10 minutes. So, yeah, I've got a quick 10 minutes just to wind down. Is there anything we want to talk about, chat? Anything? He drowned in the swimming pool. What Dean Sullivan did. I worked on Hollyoaks. I'm from Walton. But Sinbad was back. I played pool against Sinbad when I was a kid. Yeah, Alan Carr, the funniest traitor. Do you know what, Stuart? I love the traitors. Me and Danny both love it. But I've not thought this celebrity one's much cop, to be honest. Oh, your mate drowned in it. Ned, I'm gonna have to be careful here now because I don't know. Like, I've got to be. What you've just said. If I get this wrong, are you trying to tell me that your friend died in the swimming pool in the storyline in Brookside, or your friend who was in Brookside unfortunately passed away in a swimming pool? Let me know, mate, because I don't want to say the wrong thing. Oh dear. Okay. Let me off easy there, mate. Come on, Ned. In the storyline. Good, 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 good. Thank God for that. You really got me worried there. I thought I put me foot in my mouth there. I think I kind of remember the swimming pool storyline. My mum watched it, but I never did. I was still quite young. Stuart saying, I'm guessing storyline with the lol at the end. I missed the lol. The lol would have explained it. Yeah. Ian saying, wow, that could have gone dark. Yeah. Oh dear. And it could have got me cancelled as well. It's one of those things you can't talk about on YouTube, isn't it? You know what I mean? Uh, oh dear. Right. Well, I think that's a funny note to end it on. So yeah, unless you got any last messages, any shout outs you want me to do for you guys, it's been really lovely tonight having you all in the chat. Your other mate was Mick Johnson's brother in Brookie. Good, good. Love a bit of dark humour, like Philomena Crunk. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna be giggling during the traitors about that now. No, that's made me laugh. It's made me nice. Now, like, get yourself a cuppa and sit down to the traitors. Yeah. He was dead though. Oh, stop it. Yeah, it's like that thing. I did that thing once, and I said to someone, you know, when someone like pretends to have an electric shock, sort of touched the light, went, "Ugh." Person I was with really like crapped themselves and thought that I'd really got electrocuted. And they turned around to themselves, that's not funny. You know what I mean? My dad died from electrocution. And I was like, oh my God, really, did he? And he said, no, but I got you back. Instant karma, it's called, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, so, right, well, that is the end of tonight's stream. One or two last messages coming through. Just a picture on the telly. Remember your water wings, so Stuart, and enjoy the rest of your day. All the best, Danny. Bye, all guys. Thank you for joining me on my birthday. Good night. God bless and enjoy. And don't forget, most of all, keep stacking and keep smiling. See you soon, guys.